Hey, what's up, stackers? Thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I really wanted to talk about the conversation between local coin shops and premiums rising and why this is going to be such a messy situation as we do transition into this detachment from spot price. See, local coin shops almost always go by spot price and have for decades since the beginning. But the markets are changing in the precious metals world. Spot price and the physical price are becoming more and more detached as premiums rise. So what are local coin shops going to do? I could sell an eagle online for $45, maybe 50. I can sell most of my silver online for that much. But if I went to my local coin shop and tried to sell that eagle that I could sell for $45 online, he's probably gonna buy it off me for $4-5 over spot. If I get lucky, a lot of times it's only $2-3. So either local coin shops start to adjust and pay higher premiums, or they're gonna go out of business. I mean, the majority of silver that local coin shops get is from their customers. But if people are going to start shying away from selling their silver there because they could get it at such a higher price online, then I mean 1 + 1 = 2. And a lot of you could say, well, blah, blah, blah. No, if you want to be realistic, see, I'm a realist. Local coin shops go by spot price, all of them. You can't name one coin shop that doesn't. But online, it's the wild, wild west. On Amazon, I've seen people pay up to $55 for an eagle. That is literally twice as much than you could get at a local coin shop. I mean, with silver at $22, $23, I'm not exaggerating when I say you can get twice as much. And that is the case time after time. I could 100% of the time sell all of my silver, any of my silver, higher online than I could at a local coin shop. There's no silver. And remember, that's one person's price they're willing to pay, compared to the entire world. So I'm sure you're going to be able to find a better buyer online that's willing to give a higher price, especially since you're cutting out the middleman. Another reason this is dangerous for local coin shops is not only if people shy away from people selling to them, since, that would dramatically hurt their supply coming in, but also if they do decide to start paying higher premiums, they're not going to make as much money since they're paying more money to have to get this silver. And this wouldn't be that big of a deal if premiums were just kind of, a temporary thing, but that's not the case. I've done a lot of research. I've made a lot of videos covering the reasoning behind premiums, and American Eagles versus bullion, just standard bullion premiums are two completely different reasons. U.S. Mint is non-compliant going up against Congress because they have different laws than other mints, especially private mints. Government mints, private mints have different laws they go by, and they're going up against Congress right now because they're non-compliant, keeping up with the demand, hence why U.S. Mint ran out of silver in 2020, admitted the shortage 2021. Now they're going up against Congress in 2022. That's their reason, right? That's the U.S. Mint's reason. Bullion is a whole separate thing. Low supply, high demand pushes the price up. Regardless, since the U.S. Mint situation isn't looking like it's going to be resolved anytime soon, those premiums are going to keep rising. But also, we know that over the next 5-10 years, the silver shortage is going to become much more serious, which is also going to push up premiums. So I don't know what coin shops would do. I don't know their alternative. I don't know what their solution would be. I don't know. I know it's probably going to vary from coin shop to coin shop, but if they don't already start to see this happening now, I think it's going to start becoming more apparent. I'm sure there are tons of people that are still selling their silver to local coin shops, paying, getting much less money than they could be selling online. But I guess it is convenient, right? It's very convenient to just walk in the door, within 10 minutes later, walk out with your profit instead of selling online, which is a lot more work. The PayPal fees, the eBay fees, shipping, listing all of those coins. It's a lot of work. It's a full-time job if you're trying to sell a lot of silver. It really is. But regardless, you can get a lot more money selling online. And since most of local coin shops inventory is from them buying off people coming in to sell, and those people are going to stop coming in to sell, they're going to have problems. And it's all simply because premiums are rising and local coin shops really don't use premiums. They don't pay premiums. That's kind of how they make their money back and keep the lights on. But then you could flip the narrative and say, well, since they go by spot price and prices for silver are so crazy online, couldn't you buy silver from there for really cheap? And yes, sometimes. I mean, most of the time, if you're going to just buy raw dinged up eagles or junk silver, yes, you could pay a lot less going to local coin shops. But in my case, at least, most local coin shops don't have just brilliant uncirculated brand new eagles, or a lot of the stuff that you can buy on AppMex, right? There's much more variety on AppMex and those sites, and you're also paying for that luxury. Local coin shops are a great place, though. It's great to pick their brains. You can learn a lot. It's hands-on. You don't have to worry about getting lost in transit or fake silver or any of that. I still just recommend, if you're going to sell, to know where that type of silver should be sold to. That's the bottom line. You can sell to local coin shops if you're going to be selling bullion coin that's sold at spot. Yes, you can still probably make more if you sold that same bullion online, but the real coins you gotta avoid are high premium coins, because they're not going to offer you much. You can make a lot, and I mean a lot more online. Reverting back to what I did kind of just mention about buying from there, though, when you're buying, raw eagles, coins like that, silver like that, where it's you could play with it with your bare hands, that's the perfect type of silver for beginners. That's the perfect type of silver if you're just trying to add weight to your stack. So yes, buying from local coin shops is probably the best place, especially if you're new, because you can go in there, ask questions. It's a place, it's a safe haven where you can talk to other stackers face to face. You don't really have that opportunity anywhere else. I mean, literally nowhere else. So that's a great place to start. But selling, definitely a no-no in my opinion. Who knows? Do you know any local coin shops that will also pay $45 for an eagle? I mean, I'm 99.9% sure none of them will, because how would they be able to buy that from you at that price and then resell it and make a profit, right? You're not going to be able to sell an eagle to a local coin shop for anywhere near the price you could sell that same coin online. And that also goes beyond eagles. I use eagles as a prime example since premiums are so high, but I can guarantee your entire stack you could find a higher buyer. And when it comes to profiting or investing, especially with precious metals prices, so bearish, that could be the difference between making a lot of money and losing a lot of money. You just got to be careful. You just got to know. I'm sure most people that sell to local coin shops don't know. A lot of it is jewelry. Maybe they got, some stuff passed down to them from their grandparents or their parents, or pawning a ring. Or even if they are stacking, maybe they're not someone that watches a lot of educational silver stacking videos. I mean, because if you did, it's a no-brainer that you're going to want to sell to the place that gives you the biggest bang for your buck. That's what investing is. And that's also why I tell people, educate yourself. I'm not trying to hate on local coin shops. I think they're great places. I frequent them. One of my local coin shop owners sets aside, certain types of silver for me. So when I go in, he's never out of that type of silver, which are, Walking Liberty $half. If you guys don't know, I love junk silver. But regardless, at the end of the day, buying from there, probably a good idea. Selling, probably not a good idea. But that's just from my experience and what I see and what I know, or what I am observing from the markets and what premiums are doing. Definitely don't want to sell your silver to your local coin shop. The moral of the story, though, and actually the main question of this video is, though, what do you think they're going to start doing? What does your local coin shop do right now? If you bring in an eagle or even just any coin, what does he offer you over spot? He or she offer you over spot compared to what you could sell that same coin on eBay for. It's a very interesting thing to look at because I do think there's going to start to be a shift in the markets, and something's going to have to happen. And individually, each coin shop's going to have to make that decision, and what they can afford to start paying. Because a lot of them, I'm sure, they can't afford to be paying $40+ for an eagle. That's silly. There used to be, just 2 years ago, they would buy eagles at spot price. They would sell eagles at spot price. And that's just not a thing anymore. That's not the case anymore. So yeah, I don't know. I'm curious what you think about this. I'm excited to read your comments and see what you have to say as well. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.